All right. Hi, guys. So today is October 4th, 2016, and this is our combined PassionFIT Dynasty and Firefly Nation team call. So tonight we're going to kind of pick up where we left off in regards to the inviting topics. We kind of straddled that topic a little bit in the last call. But it's a nice segue into our topic for tonight on Success Club points and the importance of building your business through Success Club points. So last time we talked a little bit about the power of inviting and kind of taking the fear out of that. And I know Claire and I have really focused on that over the last month. And Julie, kind of hoping that you can weigh in too in a little bit about how you've kind of approached that topic and kicked butt recently.
Yeah. Right. Both of you had records these last 2 months.
Yeah. It's definitely, and it's interesting too, because this is a very challenging time of year. Like, this is the slump where people are coming out of wearing bathing suits and putting on their fall sweaters and their leggings, and they're just kind of over it, and the holidays are coming. So it's usually pretty status quo this time of year. So very interesting that if we change our approach and really try to target those people and help them on their journey, what difference we can make. So kind of want to talk a little bit about how I overcame that fear of inviting, what types of things I'm saying to people. I know there was a time where I was like, I don't even feel comfortable asking someone to join a challenge group. How am I going to ever do that? But really kind of mapping that out in a conversation rather than saying, hey, join my challenge group or comment on my post. So the approach that I've taken to inviting is really taking a step back and thinking about the value that these groups add to my life, to their lives, to everybody who's in the group's lives, and the difference that it can make, opposed to kind of like we talked about before, just going to the gym and kind of wandering around aimlessly, right? So I use that experience that I used to have and wandering around the gym and wondering what the heck I'm doing wrong and why I'm not having results, to help other people who might be in that same category. So last month I set out, I think it was like the Tuesday after Labor Day, and really just put a different hat on and told myself that I was going to, are you guys getting feedback?
No.
Oh, I'm getting a little bit. I'm just going to turn this down. Hang on one sec. Okay. Sorry. Told myself that I was just going to adjust my approach to see how it worked, because before I was just hoping that people would reach out to me, sporadically inviting people, but usually they were my close friends because that's what I felt comfortable with at the time. But I adjusted my approach and I just started reaching out to people and thanking them for liking my posts and, throwing out some detail and saying, hey, I'm doing this next month. I'm starting this new challenge. I'm pretty scared about it. I've been hurt. Like, I really can't do Insanity Max 30 right now. So I'm trying this new thing. It's not super intense. Do you think you'd be interested in joining me? And the program that I'm doing currently is Country Heat. So totally outside of my comfort zone, like worlds outside of my comfort zone. I don't do stuff like that. I do T25, I do cross jacks and burpees and things like that. But trying to relate to people through that experience to say, hey, I'm jumping outside of my comfort zone. Won't you join me? And the success in responses has blown my mind. It's almost like these people were waiting for someone to reach out to them. Like, yes, I would love more information. What can you share with me? When are you starting? What resources will I have? Like, all of these questions that I was hoping they would ask, but never had the faith that they would. So me stepping outside of my comfort zone has allowed them to step outside of theirs. And I don't want to paint the picture that this was the case in every single person that I talked to, because that's certainly not the case. I had a lot of people say, thanks so much for thinking about me. Now's not a good time, or thanks for thinking of me. I'm actually doing CrossFit and that really works well for me. In which case I say, hey, no problem. I knew you were into fitness, so I figured I'd reach out. I hope that works well for you, and certainly let me know if you ever think about it again. I'm not offended, and I hope they're not offended. So really just shifting that, my approach to inviting. So shared this with Claire earlier today. I used to get up in the morning, and I always do my power hour first thing in the morning. So I just want to connect with the people who are in my challenge groups and follow up with people that I've got open conversations with. And then I would be like, oh, my hour's over, so I need to do my workout and then get ready for work. So I guess I won't do any inviting today. I just don't have time. So now I get up and I drink my Energize and I get my 5 invites out immediately. I started reading, well, not reading, let's be real. I listen to Audible. So I started listening to Eat That Frog. And while the guy's voice annoys me so badly.
I agree.
It's awful. He makes some really good points. So, like, for me, I've always felt like, yeah, I get up and I'm not super jazzed to even work out. Like, it's not my jam. I do it because otherwise I would not be in any type of shape. But I get it done in the morning because I'm like, well, I don't want to think about it all day and dread it all day. So now I get up and I do my invites and I get those out, and the empowering feeling afterwards and the inspiration from those responses that I'm getting back, it makes it worth it. So I've shifted that completely, and I'm sending those out. And I'll be real with you guys, I'm hardly doing that on the weekends. I'm doing it Monday through Friday. I do want to get to a place where I feel that I can manage 7 days a week. But right now life is just a little bit too crazy. So I know that's probably sounding a lot like an excuse, but I don't want to let other people down by throwing messages at them and not being able to get back to them quickly. They deserve more than that, and I want to be able to dedicate my time to them. So anyway, I digress. I get up and I do my invites, and then I follow up with my challengers and I send my friend requests and things like that to connect with other people, because that's the easy stuff. Talking to people is why we're all in this. Helping people is why we're all in this. So why not get that ugly, icky feeling stuff out of the way first? And then, the next day, if they respond, that's in your follow-up. So after you do your new invites, you can follow up with those people to help them. So that's the big thing that I changed. So actually following through the invites, and I don't necessarily use a script per se for every single person. I use similar language, but I tailor it to the person and what I've followed for, on their social media page, a relationship that I might have with them from high school or college or whatever, and really just bring it back to them, not specifically to me. Although I am throwing in there, I don't know if you've seen, I've had a bum foot and here's what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. Just trying to make it light. And so ultimately, and Claire, I want you to weigh in on inviting too, but ultimately that leads to Success Club points. And we're all in this business to be successful, right? So it's just a way of tracking how many people you're helping. It's not a metric that you have to meet, but it's a metric you should meet because you're in this to help people. And so you want to make a difference, then you need to get some points on the board, right? You have goals, financial, health goals, freedom goals, whatever they are. You're not going to meet them if you're not helping the people and not getting those points on the board. So do we always get people that want to commit to challenge packs? No, but we should be encouraging that because the value is in the challenge pack. All 3 of us have transformations. We've seen that value. So speaking to that and saying, sure, yeah, you can do this program, but if you do it without Shakeology, you're not going to maximize your results. You're not going to be fueling your body with what you have. Sorry, I just got a pop-up. My thing covered your faces. So really just explaining that value. And, you do that 3 times and you're already over Success Club 5. That's 3 times in 30 days, sometimes 31 days. That is so attainable. And the fact that any of us have missed that is so frustrating to me. I missed it a couple months in a row by 1 point. And I just, when I look back in hindsight, I'm like, how did I let that happen? That was one person. There's millions of people in this world who need help. Millions. Today I drove by, so this is a short story, but I need to share it. So I was driving home from a training event in Boston, and I was sitting in traffic, and I drove by a Wendy's, and on the sign in front of Wendy's, it was like a banner, and it said 4 for $4 deal. So it had like soda and a hamburger and a French fry. Wait, how many things is that? Soda, hamburger, French fry, something else. Chicken nuggets. Well, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, 4 for $4. You get all that shit for $4. And people complain about drinking a shake for $3.80 something if you're a coach. That is stupid. Like, you're going to eat, I'm sorry, this really fires me up, but you're going to eat all of that crap for the same price as fueling your body with what it needs to get through, like, your day and your workout and your stress and your cravings and everything. Explain that to people. Show them the value. Tell them how this isn't a dollar that they're spending, it's what they're gaining. That in and of itself is how they're going to get those results. With that program, without that program, I've seen, I'm sure you guys have too, success stories from people just drinking Shakeology without working out. The energy that they have, they feel refreshed, they feel lighter, they feel like healthier overall. Share that stuff with people because they're not going to figure it out on their own, and they need us to share it with them. So that was a tangent. Anywho.
No, I think I'm like literally wrote that down because I personally I don't know. I think I lose sight of constantly sharing the value of Shakeology, and I seriously think you just like have your next kick-ass post from what you
I mean, but really, like, if I wasn't driving and, trying to be safe, I would have taken a picture of that because it spoke that loudly to me. And how many people just drove by that today or pulled in there and got that 4 for $4 deal.
Or if you're like my husband and you do drive in and get that 4 for $4 deal because you were like, oh my God, it's only $4.
Right? But would your husband say the same thing about Shakeology?
Yeah, he's cheap ass, except for when it comes for his fast food.
Right. And that's a lot of people. I can't tell you guys, and I know this call isn't about Shakeology, but it's all kind of placed together. I can't tell you guys how many times, and I'm sure I'm not in the minority here, I've received people's messages that say, yeah, I just can't afford $4 a day for a shake. Well, what the heck are you eating for breakfast, lunch, or dinner that costs you less than that?
Right. Sorry, guys. It's Richard's coming home. Hold on.
It's the time.
You're okay.
Somebody's excited.
I know.
He's so cute. So yeah, I think that explaining that value and getting people to understand that's already in and of itself, if they just want that's 1 point on the board, that's 1 life changed. So I think you'll see in your own teams, like the recognition, calling that out instead of, Success Club 5, 3 lives changed, or however many it is. If you helped 5 people with Shakeology, 5 lives changed. It's just so important to focus on that aspect and what these products and programs are doing for people rather than what Success Club actually means, right? Like it's a trip, it's a way to watch your business grow, but actually building your business for success through other people and helping those other people. So I don't know why it's taken me however long, 18 months, to get to a place where I understand that that's what that really is. And that's what when I log into my online office and it shows me my points and I feel differently and I feel like a fire inside of me is lit because I'm like, I helped that many people. That is fantastic. These people maybe they would have eventually, but would they have reached out to me to ask for help? Would they have reached out to anyone who's doing Beachbody or whatever other service, right? I don't know that I ever would have felt comfortable if I wasn't approached, honestly. So like try to take yourself back to that and let that number when you log into your online office, let the 0 fuel your fire. And I know neither of you are at 0 because I'm in the know. So keep pushing, but
yeah, you are in the know. Yes, you are.
So that said, interested to hear from you guys, your tips, tricks, and how you go about inviting or explaining the benefits to get to that goal every month.
Well, I really want to hear from you, Julie, because you are our success starter, and you've been really, I think you've only had 1 month of 1 month where you didn't hit Success Club, and you were at Success Club 4 that month too. But you were close. So I know. So you've been honestly kicking butt every other month. So I'd love to hear from you because, as being a newer coach, it's crazy to me that you're, getting closer to your 1 year. So I'd love to hear what you've been doing and what's been working for you.
Well, that's a great question. I know Nicole, Claire, and I have talked about a little before. Like a lot at the beginning was, honestly, it seemed like I was like starting my journey, and sharing about it. And the first couple of people I signed up had actually reached out to me. So it was very like easy. They were like, hey, you're doing it. Okay, I'll do it too. Mm-hmm. And pretty much still so far, every single person that I've signed up is somebody that like I like really know in real life, not just like somebody who I'm like friends of a friend or whatever. But inviting has still been like really hard for me. I always get nervous, and like I've signed up a couple of coworkers, but I'm always worried I'm going to be too pushy. But I really just started like every time I have a post that like is like specifically about my accountability group or specifically about my shakes or whatever, I go through and every person that I haven't talked to yet, I send just a quick little message. It's like, hey, thanks for your support on my like health and fitness posts. Is there anything that you're working on? I'd love to have you in my group starting like in such and such. Let me know if you're interested. But I'm also very much like, if they say no, I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, and then maybe I'll message them again in like a month or two. Yeah. But I very much don't want to be pushy because I know like when Claire and I were messaging, I was very much like, no, like I'm fine. I already ordered it. Like I'll do it on my own. But it was very much like she would like message me and be like, oh, how's this going? And it wasn't like join. So I'm like trying to kind of take that same approach and be like how, one girl who I literally just signed up Monday, she messaged me and like back in like May and was like, hey, I want to do it. And I was like, okay. And then never mind, too expensive. And then we talked again in August. Okay, I want to do it. Never mind, too expensive. And like, I just like all of September, I was like, hey, hope you had a good weekend. Like, and just kind of building that. And then literally all of a sudden Monday, she was like, okay, she saw one of my posts. She's like, all right, I want to do it. Let's go. And then I sent her the thing. And then when I woke up in the morning, she had actually already finished it. And which is very rare too, because normally it's like the end of the month and I'm like, hey, I sent you this 28 days ago. Like, it's not going to be on sale for much longer.
Yeah. I know, the end of the month shuffle.
Well, like, and even last month, like I had one woman that I work with who did the 3-day refresh with me before, but I actually bought it for her and she just paid me back. And so like it kind of got her to try the shakes. And then this month she was like, I want to do the refresh again with you. And she was like, and I want a bag of the shakes. And I was like, okay. So I signed her up as a coach, hoping that maybe she'll continue the shakes. I'm not sure if she will, but like her and her daughters have done like other Beachbody programs. So,
oh, that's great.
Yeah. And like, I don't know. I'm just trying to like give people some time because I feel like most people like myself will eventually come around, and like I've even given like a couple girls at work like samples of shakes because I buy them for Dave, but he doesn't drink them. So I have like 8,000 shakes in my closet.
I have a stack of like 3 boxes right now and 2 canisters.
Well, and I need to change Dave's because he's been ordering the bags. So it's like I have an unopened bag of strawberry, an unopened bag of vanilla, a half-opened bag of strawberry, and a unopened box of chocolate packets. Like, when am I drinking all of this? I don't know.
I'll just quick plug, Nicole and I'm assuming you've done this. I've switched, not my personal bags, but any other, if I'm ever buying a challenge pack for a family or Richards, whatever, I switch them all to packets. So 1, I can use them for traveling. 2, they give me samples. And 3, I hold on to them for Shakeology groups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in the future, obviously you'll just have to work through some of your surplus. But
yeah, I was going to give my chocolate box to somebody, but then they changed their mind. And then I ordered like vanilla for myself. But the last 2 months I've put David's on hold because I just have so much and it's not. But anyway, sorry to get off on my tangent.
It might be the month that maybe he'll go emerald.
Yeah, right. That's my goal this month.
Right.
I'm hoping that this girl signs up, and if I hit 5, then I'll start pushing.
But you only need one more for your account now.
Yeah, I'm at 4 right now, so even if she signs up as a customer, that's fine. And then I'm hopeful that I can get a couple more people. I've sent a crap load of messages. I know I've kind of been slacking on my power hours lately, but after hitting 4 in 2 days, it kind of lit a fire under my butt. So.
Oh yeah, birthday month, exactly.
Yeah, right. I'm ready to bring it in.
Right.
Why? So, Julie, why do you feel like it was so? It's October 4th. Like that's really fast to hit 4. So, what do you think it was? Was it people who finally came around, or was it like something you posted? Can you pinpoint it?
I think this month, both of the girls that I've signed up are girls that I have been talking to for a while. Mm-hmm. So I think it's like they finally realized they like just needed to do it. Like the one girl that signed up Monday was like, I talked to her in August when it was on sale and she said no, she like ignored most of my messages in September when I was asking about her weekend. And then she like liked one of my posts, the one I posted Monday morning. And then she messaged me and was like, okay, I'm ready. And then the girl I signed up Tuesday, I had been talking to her about it. She's one of my close friends, and she's been she's one of my best girlfriends. She's been ignoring every single message I've sent her. And then she just started dating somebody new and was like, I feel gross when we're hanging out. So I'm ready to like lose some weight. And I was like, okay, let's do it.
So funny. So, I mean, I guess you're kind of hitting on the importance of following up with people and being patient, and that like we shouldn't give up on the checkup messages and the follow-up ones because they are watching, and I think that makes all of us feel frustrated when we don't get messages back. But Nicole always makes a good point that like they're not on their phones and Facebook's the way we are.
Right.
So there's also that layer of it too. But I also believe in the fact that everyone has their own breaking point, and that's at a different time. It might not be when we invite them the first time. It might not be when we invite them the 4th time. My breaking point was 8 months. It was. So, knowing that, like I'm definitely like patient with people, but I know what changed the game for me last month too was that, Nicole and I just kind of had to say to each other, like, we are not going to get anywhere if we don't ask. And like we're going to get crickets, we're going to get no's, we're going to feel embarrassed. I also feel like I need all of your scripts, not your scripts, but I just feel like you need to screenshot me your conversations because I want to emulate them. That's like the other part of it too. But I just really got inside my head because I'm so terrified. I'm like scared of rejection, but I realized like after coming back from this retreat too, I was like, I'm going to get nowhere in this business if I don't freaking ask people to join me. I don't offer what was offered to me. Like I would have never joined Nicole or Danielle, even though I hated on her journey and everything that she was doing. She made me feel like she was invested in me because she kept asking me about what was going on and loving on my posts and stuff like that. And that's something that I'm not super great at. Like I definitely like on a lot of people, but it's definitely hard for me I have a harder time commenting on and loving on people's posts. I know that made a big difference for me. But just simply asking, and then when they say no, I literally go, oh, no worries, no problem. Like, how's everything going on over here? Like, just literally turning it into a normal conversation, and just keeping it, the way, like, I try to remember, I'm trying to talk in my posts and in my messages the way I talk in real person. Like, I'm trying to, like, not sound like a robot or anything like that, which is probably why I need to look at your conversations, Nicole. But yeah, no, that's what it boils down to. Like today, like I sent out 10 invites And I was like, oh my God, like last month, I don't think I sent an invite until the 15th of the month. Like, I'm not even kidding. And I'm just like, wow, like I have here sitting my Nicole and I's 100 no challenge. Not very far. That was from September, but that's because we started late. But, you know, I'm just like, I have to believe that if I send 5 to 10 invites every single day from the 4th to the 30th, or even if that's 5, if I just do 5 power hours, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 20 days. So that's 20 at a minimum of 5 invites a day. Sorry, was that 100?
Yeah.
Sorry. That's 100 invites. That's if you can get 3 yeses out of that. I mean, like, come on, like, but it's a numbers game. And I don't mean to take away from the whole fact of like, yes, we really are here to help people, but like you're right, Nicole. It's like I'm kicking myself for not really believing in myself and not really like seeing this for what this is, and what it is, hey, I'm extending my olive branch to you. Come join me. Like, and I kind of like what you said. Like, I feel like I haven't shared enough in my invites about where I'm currently at. Like, hey, like I'm coming off of you know, weight gain from my wedding and my honeymoon and my nursing my tailbone injury, and I may not be where I want to be yet, but I'm on my journey right now. Will you come and join me on this and hold me accountable? And I think that's actually really awesome of inviting someone into where you're at and why that's important to you and how that could be effective for them. And so, you know, I think I've already got a few no's today, but they were like really nice about it. They're like, oh, no, thanks. Like, you know what I mean? But in my mind, I'm thinking like, that's another person that's going to watch me. That's going to be another person that's going to keep their eyes on me because they read this enough to respond and say no. So they comprehend what I'm asking them, but they're going to follow me, you know? And think about like all the people that have said no, you know, or that we've told no, you know what I mean? So I just believe that it's the 4th of the month. We've got a lot of time to really kick this thing in the butt and really make this what we want. And something that Nicole and I said earlier that, you know, as much as we are really truly here to help people and put people first, because that's what we do, we all have income goals. And we can't deny that. We can't, you know, that's why I literally became a coach, because I was like, I can't pay for my Shakeology. Sign me up as a coach. I'll do this. But we can't. So I'm, you know, as like, especially you, Julie, like as your coach, I'm not here to beat Success Club into you and point my finger like you have to hit Success Club. I'm telling you that if you want to increase your income and you want to prove to Dave that you are successful and you're making this work and you're really adding to your household, I'm telling you that you need to hit Success Club in order to make that happen, in order to really increase your cycle bonuses in your account. And if you get Dave's account to Emerald, you'll get cycle bonuses from his account into your volume. Like, it's crazy. And it wasn't until the retreat that really kind of smacked me in the head that like, it's not selfish to be income focused, because that means we are helping people. That means we are bringing more people into our business and more people into our challenge groups. So it all starts with inviting. It all starts with being brave enough and putting our own shit aside to honestly just ask them.
Thank you for allowing me not to be the only one that cursed.
I've been doing it all day. So. No, but I feel like, I don't know, it just kind of feels really refreshing to hear everyone's side of things, because I feel like we've all experienced it in one way or another.
Yeah, and I think like one similarity that I'm noticing just in the 3 of us, right, and our teams are bigger than the 3 of us, so I'm imagining this is common. We are proving to people that we're not perfect. We're not the fittest people out there. We don't eat clean all the time, you know, and just being relatable. This is a relationship building business. This is not a scam. I'm not trying to get someone to buy mascara, and I have no problem with that because I bought mascara from some of those other companies. But this is about relationships. It's not about the product all the time. So just keeping that in the forefront and doing that first, and the other stuff comes naturally.
Yep. Well, listen, we're probably about to wrap up here. I'm going to post, Julie, we have a homework assignment before our next team call, which is on personal development next week. So
Okay.
I'll post that in the team page, aka pick a personal development book, find a segment that you like that speaks to you, and then you're going to share it next week.
Okay, great.
Okay? All right, guys. Well, I guess let's all have like push with our invites. You know, let's do 5 for 5. I think